Thank you for taking the time to learn more about construction, electrical, agricultural welding, and manufacturing titles available as part of the Idaho 2020 Adoption for Career and Technical Education. In this video, we will very quickly talk about the features of the new textbooks for construction, house wiring, welding, and precision machining technology, as well as MindTap, the online solution available for all four titles. Let's begin with the MindTap interface available for all four titles. This is an example of MindTap for Huth Residential Construction Academy Principles for Construction, the 5th edition. Within the left-hand side of the course, you'll see the learning path organized by the full interactive textbook. Included in this course is the full ebook as well as auto-graded assessment, study tools, activities, and media. At the top of each course, you will see the SP2 Soft Skills Bundle, which includes soft skills trainings that your students can work through completely online and then take an end-of-bundle quick quiz for an industry certification in soft skills offered by third-party SP2. Each MindTap will also include specific assignments for that title, and we'll get into those a little bit more later for the courses that offer hands-on virtual simulations. Within each chapter, you can access that chapter reading by opening the interactive ebook. The ebook in MindTap offers a lot more than just a flat ebook. Teachers and students can highlight in one of four colors. Teachers also have the ability to highlight and share those highlights to pre-highlight important information for their students as they come through to read. And teachers also have the ability to add any kind of file, including YouTube videos, right into the ebook reading by clicking the pencil tool. Teachers and students can also have the full text read aloud,
1-5 unions,
including the type of voice or speed that you want that read speaker to use. Students can also bookmark and print out pages as needed, and using the Study Hub app on the right-hand app dock, all of their notes and highlights throughout the entire course are organized for them, and they can link directly back to that page as needed, or print out their highlights and notes for a study guide. These MindTap courses will also often include extra study tools like interactive flashcards, which can be printed or studied on a mobile phone or online. Auto-graded assessment quizzing in each chapter will automatically give students instant feedback and flow to the Progress app where the teacher gradebook resides. Teachers are able to view any attempts that students have taken on assignments, give them multiple attempts, or add comments. These MindTap courses also include the full worksheets that would normally be available in a lab manual or workbook, which are often able to be printed and completed offline or uploaded online. These courses also offer videos that allow students to get multiple chances to watch real-world examples
All welders learn to lay stringer
of the skills that they're learning.
beads. It's arguably the easiest way for a welder to produce good welds, free of defects. In this video, we'll take a close
Now that you know a little bit about MindTap, let's learn about the titles available for adoption. The first course for Basic Principles of Construction is part of our Residential Construction Academy series created in partnership with the Home Builders Institute, the workforce development arm of the National Association of Home Builders. This title and series is the only program based on the National Skills Standards for Residential Construction. As such, this practical text covers topics often missing from core building trades textbooks, including useful information on launching and advancing construction careers, featuring the basic step-by-step approach that makes even complex concepts easier to understand, as well as an engaging full-color design and numerous photos and figures. The Residential Construction Academy series for Principles of Construction is ideal for readers beginning careers in the building trades industry. This new edition includes numerous updates to provide readers with the latest information on today's industry standards, notable trends, advances in technology and techniques, and current best practices. The author also covers fundamental knowledge and skills necessary for success in the field, including work ethics, safety procedures, construction mathematics, communications, print reading, and common tools. For this edition, a new chapter focused on adhesives and sealants provides helpful exposure to these common products used in residential construction. And this edition also includes additional coverage of nail guns and nail types, which gives students helpful exposure to these essential equipment used in today's building trades. Another title we have, which is also part of the Residential Construction Academy series, aligned to the National Association of Home Builders standards, is Residential Construction Academy House Wiring. This textbook includes many of the same features that you'll see in the Principles of Construction textbook. Additionally, green topics such as sustainable building practices and alternative energy systems, as well as the practical applications, real-world scenarios, and safety practices for installation and wiring in residential homes. For both of these titles, which are part of our Residential Construction Academy series, students are eligible for multiple programs offered by the Home Builders Institute, including instructor certification and student certification with multiple levels, as well as program credentialing, access to a national registry, and a pre-apprenticeship certificate training for students who will be going into apprenticeships, internships, or other work-based learning courses. This series also includes carpentry, HVAC, plumbing, and facilities maintenance, in addition to the 2 titles on the Idaho bid this year. If your students wish to participate in the pre-apprenticeship certification training or any of the other industry certifications offered by the Home Builders Institute, you'll see that their worksheets, which are provided to teachers, are fully aligned, even with page numbers, to our Residential Construction Academy series textbooks. Both of these texts include features that are offering from experience and highlighting proven methods used by construction pros to get the job done right and on time, as well as step-by-step hands-on procedures located at the ends of chapters, which makes it easy to review skills and techniques. Caution features highlight safety issues, while success stories open each section with insight, advice, and motivation from real-world professionals. Both of these titles do include green tips throughout the book to highlight existing or new information pertaining to environmentally friendly and sustainable practices, while consider and compare features describe various practices being demonstrated on actual job sites, asking the reader to determine if the practices are smart and safe or not. Green checklists located at the end of each chapter highlight the chapter's environmentally friendly and sustainable writing practices coverage and provide a quick reference, while Know Your Codes teach code book use and strengthens the knowledge of local codes as students also research capabilities on a job site. The Principles of Construction book, as well as the House Wiring book, will include virtual simulations, which are auto-graded, including building code simulations. These simulations were developed in conjunction with the ICC and NFPA, with compliance with NEC and IBC codes. These simulations allow students to cover every phase of inspection from a residential home, with practice and challenge modes available that allow them to learn about the code and then make decisions on a virtual job site to decide whether it was built correctly or not. The electrical book will include electrical inspection, while the construction book will have these simulations for all phases of construction, from footings to roofings. You'll see that students will learn what to look for in the code and what they should know, and be able to choose whether that was done correctly in the practice mode, whereas in a challenge mode, students would have to decide on their own if it was done correctly on the job site. The House Wiring book will also include auto-graded electricity and wiring simulations, which allows students to practice working with 3D wiring diagrams to completely install wiring throughout 11 rooms in a residential home. An interactive tutorial gets students used to the simulation for the first time, as they literally walk through a home, can remove furniture as needed, and work with the wiring diagrams to build out the installations in the home. These 3D wiring diagrams allow students to zoom in, work with industry tools, and make decisions on what should be done within each room, with all the information that they need to make the best decisions. For agricultural welding, our book by Jeffis, Welding Principles and Applications, has been a bestseller for many years and has a brand new 9th edition. This proven guide provides students with the knowledge and skills they need to complete the American Welding Society's Sense Levels 1 and 2 certification programs, create workmanship qualification specimens, and earn professional certification. Advancing rapidly from basic concepts and processes to today's most complex cutting-edge welding technologies and practices, this comprehensive text features valuable information on topics such as welding metallurgy, metal fabrication, weld testing and inspection, joint design, job costing, and environmental and conservation tips. The author opens each section by introducing students to the materials, equipment, setup procedures, and critical safety information they need to execute a specific process successfully, while subsequent chapters focus on individual welding tasks leading to Sense certification. In addition to hundreds of new photos showcasing current welding tools and techniques, the 9th edition includes new and updated information on induction welding machine operations, innovations in PAC equipment, and other industry advances relevant to today's welding professionals. MindTap for the welding course will include 3-part welding simulations. Now, welding simulations don't ask students to actually make a weld virtually. You need to be able to do that in person. But this course does allow students to walk through 3-part modules, which give them practice online to prepare to make a weld successfully and be able to successfully analyze a completed weld. Notice that those SP2 soft skills, which we see in every course, also include SP2 industry-specific safety and environmental training and certification for welding. The 3-part modules begin with being able to read and understand technical drawings. Students answer questions about technical drawings. They can print these out, they can zoom on them, or open these drawings in a brand new window. And within each problem set, there's at least one related to safety that if students do not answer correctly, they would not be able to make a safe weld, and they actually do not move on. There are 3 versions of these assignments with different problems and different technical drawings, so that once students, if they do not pass the first section, they will be randomly given another problem set. Students then work to a virtual welding workspace where they have their toolbox full of their virtual welding gear, and they decide what tools would be needed to make a completed weld. And in part 3, they actually have the ability to view completed welds, spin them around 360 degrees, zoom in on them, and make decisions about whether they were done correctly or not. For our last title in this video, Hoffman's Precision Machining Technology Textbook for Manufacturing Programs. Packed with detailed examples and illustrations, this 3rd edition provides an ideal introduction to today's machine tool industry, equipping readers with a solid understanding of fundamental and intermediate machining skills. Aligned with the National Institute of Metalworking Skills, or NIMS, Machining Level 1 standard, this text is exclusively endorsed by NIM and helps readers achieve NIM credentials. This 3rd edition also includes expanded coverage of CNC programming, updated images, and newly formatted multi-step procedures that are even easier to follow. The text continues to emphasize safety throughout, and it includes thorough coverage of a wide range of topics, including hand tool basics, job planning, benchwork layout, drill press, lathe, milling, grinding, and CNC. Thank you so much for learning more about our titles available for the Idaho 2020 adoption. If you are an agriculture teacher, make sure to check out our agri-science video as well to learn about MindTap and the titles available for those courses.